We are officially out of the Mercury retrograde shadow period, so we're done with all that Mercury retrograde shit. Mercury was retrograde from March 15th until April 7th, but we were still in the shadow. So the shadow phase is when the planet retraces the degrees and the steps that it moved through during the actual retrograde. So now that the shadow is over, Mercury can act as it normally does, because Mercury stationed retrograde at 10 degrees of Aries. But today, Mercury finally went back to 10 degrees of Aries, and it's just going to continue to move forward until the next Mercury retrograde, which will take place in the sign of Leo from July 18th to August 11th. This year, all of our retrogrades, Mercury retrogrades, are in fire signs. Now that the Mercury retrograde is over, you can find yourself having clarity. It's time to review, it's time to reflect, it's time to revise, and now you can move forward with some of the decisions that you have. Because during a retrograde, especially a Mercury retrograde, because it represents communication and decision making, it's not necessarily the time to make decisions or commit to something or to solidify something. And now it can be a time to commit to those decisions that you may have held off on, or initiate and revisit some of those conversations or encounters that you may have had with people that could have been stalled out. It's time to speak with clarity. It's time to speak with conviction and move forward. And even thinking about how some of the retrograde was in Pisces, some of it was in Aries. It started in Aries, went to Pisces. Mercury in Pisces is a very creative, intuitive, spiritual type of energy. So if you had any creative or spiritual or intuitive downloads, now can be the time for you to turn some of your visions into a reality. And you can find that your mental clarity is returning, and you can also find yourself having more emotional intelligence as well. And you can be able to communicate from a place of healing, and it's not necessarily just about reacting, because again, the retrograde went from Aries to Pisces, and Pisces is more so of the feeling, healing, nurturing side, where Aries, which is ruled by Mars, the planet of action energy, is time to go. It's time to act without thinking. And, again, we always say it's not necessarily time to launch anything during a Mercury retrograde. So, if you had any projects or ideas or anything that you wanted to conceptualize, now can be a time for you to do so. And even thinking about, if you had anything that you may have had an interest in and you, put it down, now can be a time for you to maybe pick something up that you, did or thought about from the past, and you can look at it through a renewed sense of clarity. And period, it's just time to make moves and get shit done. So we can relax a while for the next 3 months.